Okay, we have so much change happening this week. Are you ready for it? We've got Mercury going retrograde on Wednesday. We've got Jupiter moving into Aries on Wednesday as well. And then we have our next eclipse on Monday week. So as you can tell, there is a lot of shifting energy. So let's get into it. Well, firstly, Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year. It's not a big deal. It's actually a beautiful time to go inward, to redo things, to complete old projects. People from the past might come back into your life, to remember things. Just do all the, just follow all the Mercury retrograde rules, which is, don't sign contracts, don't enter into any verbal or written agreements. And I tend to not be able to talk properly when Mercury goes retrograde as well. But you can find more about that over on my highlights because I talk about it 3 times a year. But it is retrograding in Gemini. So if you are a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, it's going to be more strong for you, or if you've got a lot of planets in Gemini. So just keep that in mind. It's also good to pay attention to what house area Mercury is going retrograding, because that's where you're going to need to be doing the rethinking and the redoing in that area of your life. So it'll be the house area that is ruled by Gemini. Right, now let's talk about Jupiter, because this is really big. Like, Jupiter is the planet of expansion and good luck and good fortune and all those beautiful things that we love. It's one of the most benefic planets in the cosmos. So when he moves into a new sign, this is a big deal. Like, it means it's going to be blessing a new area of your life. And this is the area of Aries. So of course, if you're an Aries sun, moon, or rising, like, this is amazing. So what is Aries? Aries is a fire sign. Aries is the sign of, like, the goddess, the warrior, it's the sign of war. It's also the sign of, like, the entrepreneur and the pioneering energy. It's fire, it's very forward moving. Jupiter likes to be in Aries because Jupiter is a fire energy as well. Jupiter is a very spiritual planet, and when I see it moved into the sign of Aries, it's almost like I just keep hearing the words spiritual warrior. Like, your spiritual warrior within is going to be activated. And I feel like this is all coming about with the full moon eclipse that's coming, because this is big. Like, I really feel there's something big brewing here with this full moon eclipse, and it's brewing all week. It's peaking on Monday. And I don't know, like, with Jupiter moving into the sign of Aries at the same time, like, it just feels of, like, spiritual warfare, like, you've now got to be the warrior for your own, like, forge your own path with your own spirituality in these times of uncertainty and darkness, with all the shit that's about to come up and, like, come to the surface. It's like, you've got to, like, hold your focus and become your own spiritual warrior, and hold true to what is true, your truth. Hold fast to your truth in these times of uncertainty, because there's a lot of smokes and mirrors going on, and there's a lot of stuff that's going to come up, and we need to be very clear in our spiritual path. And I just feel like it's a spiritual warrior energy, and we really want to anchor into that. Another beautiful manifestation of Jupiter in Aries, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So when it's in Pisces, it's all about you're merging kind of like with, like, the dream world, and you're envisaging and imagining and creating. And when it moves into the sign of Aries, like, Aries is the first sign. It's like the primal energy. This is the time to bring your ideas and your visions and really ground them, and start to take practical steps to, like, make it a reality. Because it's such an action oriented sign. It's really about pioneering and paving the way forward to what you've imagined and what you want to bring forth now. Like, now is the time to do it. And we don't have long, because Jupiter's not in Aries for that long, and it's going to go retrograde in a few months. And, we're not really going to get this opportunity again to make steps towards what we want to birth, what we want to build, what we want to pioneer, until December. So really, you want to get started on just taking action, because, Aries is all about action. And where in your life is this happening? Like, you want to look to the area of life that Aries rules, and also Pisces, because sometimes these two signs can be in one house. Now, it could be in your third house of communication and short distance travel, and like maybe you want to like start speaking your truth more about things. It could be in your 10th house of career. It could be in your 7th house of intimate personal relationships, and there's a new beginning happening there. There's expansion happening there. You need to take action there. You know, when you start to understand your birth chart and just really understand their life areas, the houses, and when you can see where these big planetary shifts are happening and activating, also the eclipse that's coming up as well, like what house is Scorpio for you? And Taurus, the one we just had. This is where you can start to navigate your own life using astrology without becoming an astrologer, without booking a reading, you know. So you can grab that all on my astrology activation. I've really just cut the fluff. It's not like hardcore astrology course. I'm literally just teaching you how to find certain parts, certain points in your chart and what area of your life it's relating to for you. That's it. It's like I've taken one aspect from this. So you can just like start to know where the new moons are and the full moons, and just really start to feel in yourself, you know, where these activations are happening. Because once you do, you know, that's where the magic happens. That's where you can start to be guided by this and really use it to leverage your life, because you know where it's happening. You know what to expect, right? Yeah, so that's all at this link here. And yeah, just look forward to this Jupiter energy. Like, it's really going to shift everything. Like, once we get past this eclipse, this full moon eclipse, it's like, I don't know, like there's just this new energy coming, and I love it. And it's also, it's very empowering. I will be back later on the week with a full report for the eclipse that's coming up. It's going to be massive. Always when we have an eclipse in a water sign, you know, Scorpio is a water sign, and it's a full moon eclipse. So like, it's like the most emotional, you know, lunatic energy. Yeah, just like, you know, dig deep into your spiritual practice now. Yeah, so I will be uploading that probably Thursday or Friday to get all that info out for you. And it's on Monday, just to remind you. Enjoy the rest of your week.